Gunners Collective TV. Back at it, you already know. Like a motherfucking smack addict. Buy up, buy up. In a menudo style in direct fashion, we're going to get straight into the content of the day. But before we do, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Ding. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content that I'm kicking. And I highly appreciate all the support, man. We're going up on this channel. It's all because of you. And for that, I can say I'm very humbled and very appreciative. So gracias. So, the boogeyman came to town, right? A lot of people have been asking why I even went to San Jose and why I pulled up to Lazy Boy's neighborhood. Do we got an issue? Is there some pleito? Is there some drama with myself and Lazy Boy? And I'm here to tell you, man, you guys seen the short. If you haven't seen the short, go on my channel. I don't even know what fucking channel I put it on. I got a couple of them, right? But I did pull up to Lazy Boy's hood, his barrio, and I did do a reenactment of the segment of his Bluebird video that he was in front of a store, Ernie's Liquors, I believe it's called, in his neighborhood, Evergreen. And I did jump off the whip, man, and I did get filmed, you know, just kind of doing a parody of a little skit. Now, I do this for one reason only. I do this just to have something to do. Okay, there's no issues with me and Lazy Boy that I know of, no personal issues. If anything, it's forever forward with his strive, and I respect it, man. I respect his talent. I respect his music. It wasn't like I'm looking for him, like I'm going to do something bad to him, or I'm scared he's going to do something bad to me. I'm not even concerned nor worried about that situation, right? That is a situation where if we were ever to see each other, man, it just is what it is. You know, I don't got no issues, man. If he wants me to make it an issue over the dropout active thing, then I guess it's an issue. But on a personal note, I'm not tripping off Lazy Boy. I pulled up to his neighborhood just to kind of peep it out. So when I got to Sanjo, you know, my whole thing was to basically go look at all the barrios. I wanted to look at all the neighborhoods that I hear about. And I haven't been to Sanjo in years. You know, we used to go out there back in the days when Sanjo was Sanjo, right? Back in the days when the homeboys were all kicking back on the blocks. Every block was Norteños, Sharksteros, Sanjoneros. I've always had a lot of respect for San Jose. You see, when I did time, incarcerated as a youth, even when I became older, San Jose was like headquarters. San Jose and Salas were the cities that everyone aspired to be like, everyone admired. But I will tell you one thing about San Jose, and this is the truth. The Norteños up out of San Jose moved differently. You know, they felt like everyone else. It's kind of like the LA thing, where if you're not from Los down south, then you're looked at different, right? And that's the same thing with San Jose. You know, they felt like they were harder, tougher, more educated. The Norteños were more instilled inside them rather than every other little city. And I come from a little town in the Central Valley, so we were nothing comparable to San Ho, right? But one thing about us were, shit, we mobbed in our steel toes, headed for the murder show. Definitely. Merced had respect. So having done time with all these vatos from Sanjo, I know I was there when they were doing the City Vida and the Famero thing. I was there when homeboys from Sanjo were downplaying any other homeboy from everywhere else and just calling them farmers. See, it wasn't always a north and south thing. It wasn't always a thing where, you know, the Southsiders were calling us farmers or busters or whatever they were calling us. There was actually a time when vatos from Sanjo were like, you vatos ain't nothing but a bunch of lame farmers from up north. They were doing the same thing. They were like, this is City Vida X 5 years. So I went through all that. But I still had a lot of love and respect because on an individual basis, I met homeboys from Horseshoe, the Mob, homeboys from Capitol Park, homeboys from Metal Fair, Palmas, that were just solid, and every other body on the in-between, right? So when I heard about Lazy Boy's neighborhood, to tell you the truth, I don't know if it's a newer hood, but I never really heard about, you know, Triple L's or wherever he's from. So when I see him on YouTube and I see him in social media and I see him as a rapper, I was kind of like, if I ever get a chance to pull up at his neighborhood and just trip out on it and see where he lays his head, why not? You know? And I got the opportunity. So that particular day, the homeboy from Sanjo, a good homeboy of mine, you know, we jumped in his whip and he showed me every video. And I'm going to be honest with you, I was going to do another video. And it was going to be a whole twist, and I was probably going to make people upset, especially Norteños out of San Jose. I will say this, the Norteños are the majority. You know, everywhere I went, I seen homies. I seen vatos. We pulled up to this Lee's Market. I think it's like a sandwich shop. And there was a homeboy there, but he was all spun out of his mind, right? He had 4 dots and he was just, these fool. He was spun. And then I seen another homeboy, little Mongolian, chilling, right? And I was right there. outside the Whip, all in Lee's Market, downtown San Jose, right by the Shark Tank down there, and right by the spot where all the Norteños hang out, the Tiki, the Tiki Lounge or whatever. I was there, wasn't hiding, didn't have to hide. Got recognized a couple times, shook a couple visas, and it was all good. Now I understand there's people that don't like the fact that I pulled up to their city, or they don't like the fact that, but I mean, Gunner's going to do what Gunner does, right? You're going to force me to speak in the third person. I wasn't there for disrespect. I wasn't there to catch someone slipping. I wasn't there to get caught slipping. I was there for whatever I was there for. And at the same time, if something went down, I ain't running. Okay? Call me the runner all you want, but I'm the gunner too. Remember that. I'm just there. I decided to pull up to Lazy Boy's neighborhood because I was just wanted to see it. So when we pulled up to that spot, the homeboy was like, hey, this is where they filmed that video, Bluebird, which is a disrespectful song towards Lefty Gunplay and his other rappers, right? So I decided, hey, man, I'm going to do a little parody, a little skit for a little short, man. I think it'd be funny. No disrespect, but that's just what it is. Film me right here. And if you look at the short, I actually put, I went where Lefty Gunplay won't, right? Because you hear all these rappers, they go back and forth. Hey, pull up, hey, pull up, hey, pull up. I'll pull up. Shit, I pulled up, right? Not on no disrespect for or looking for anyone, but because this is the land of the free and I can do whatever the fuck I want. That's why. So when I pulled up, I'm a joker. Okay, I like to have a good time. I like to have fun. I know life ain't everything funny in life, but I thought it was a perfect opportunity to make light of a situation, to show everyone, man, that all these guys that portray this super gangster role and, hey, my audio is harder than your audio, and it's not really like that. In real life, it was empty parking lot. Wasn't no one out there. Carl's Jr., I think, was over there. I walked right in the store, filmed my little skit, whatever, walked right in the store, talked to the guy, hey, where's Lazy Boy? Oh, no, I don't know. He hasn't been here for 2 years, right? Was that right? Tell him the gun was here, right? Not to try to throw it in his face like, hey, I was all up in your audio, disrespectful, but to let him know, like, hey, man, hey, there was a guy named Gunner here. What? Right? It just is what it is. There was no ill will or no ill intentions there. It was respect. And so I wiggled all over San Jose, and I was going to do a video, man. So this is what I took from it to let you guys know. We went in every hood. Meadow Fair, Brigadoon Park, Bergoni, Capitol Park. Hey, and Capitol Park was the only one that I seen that was I seen all the southern hoods, SSP, Virginia Street. I seen all that shit. Vicky, Barrio Sur 13. I seen it all. Okay? The only hood that I seen where vatos were like posted, where I was like, ooh, oh shit, these motherfuckers, they were little youngsters with the shag haircut, Norteños. You could tell they were on the block, right? Was right there in Capitol Park. There was about 3 or 4 of them posted up on a bench in their park, maintaining on poste, right? Everywhere else, there were city workers cleaning and whatever. I remember when San Jose, there was motherfucking lowriders and homeboys on every block, every corner. You didn't really see Southerners out and about like that because, they're smart. They live like deep in like fucking homes, and it's like, you have to go back and you won't make it out of there, right? Like they were just weren't out there wiggling like that at that time. This is when the upstate movement wasn't as thick as it is now. Now they're Southerners, they're just wiggling freely. It just is what it is. But so as we went to all these different fucking barrios and neighborhoods, and the homeboy's like, hey, this is Palmas right here. And we went to Story and King, and then he's like, hey, this is fucking Meadow Fair. This is, we're on the east side. This is the mob right here. This is, you know what I mean? And I said, wow, it's a trip how like we went to Horseshoe Park, right? And how a bridge connects them to, I think it's the SSP neighborhood, if I'm correct. And to be honest with you, you feel it. You recognize when you go in San Jose from, say you're in Palmas, right? And you see barrio hood shit, no doubt about it. I didn't see too many people out there wiggling because homeboys are on a different level now. Now they're not hanging out on the block. Everyone's trying to be a rapper or get money. That's just the mentality now, any barrio, everywhere, right? But as you cross this bridge in Horseshoe, you're in the Southsider neighborhood, and I recognize that in the Southsider neighborhoods in San Jose, there's like, you feel like you're going into like LA, like literally. Murals on the walls everywhere, fucking a tire shop on every corner, taco shops on every corner. It just feels more culture, like cultura. Okay, not to say that there wasn't murals and all that shit too in the Norteño neighborhoods. There was a lot. But just felt when I went into the Southsider, it was a little bit more dirtier. Like the atmosphere, the area, just a little more hoodish is the way I looked at it, right? Now, that doesn't mean anyone's tougher or harder than anyone, because when I did cruise around downtown San Juan, I was walking around there was a lot more Norteño presence than anything. And I think there always will be. But the upstaters definitely have made their mark in San Jose. And to be honest to God with you, it seemed like that the southerner hoods were bigger, not deeper or more well-maintained, but they were bigger in the city of San Jose. That's the truth. Now, imagine living amongst your enemigas, your enemigos, or however you want to say it. We said enemigas when we were younger because it was a disrespectful way, right? But imagine living amongst them. You know, it's a dangerous city, man. You got to watch where you go, who you run into, what's going on. And I was all down there like I could just do whatever I want, right? And I know I'm not welcomed to certain places because of my status within my gang life, but I've left that in the past so much, and I'm being a father now, and I'm focusing on my job and what I do, that I ain't got time to even think about, oh, who's going to pull up on me or what's going to happen. Like, God, let it be what it is. Straight up. You know, I don't go out there disrespecting Norteños or Southsiders. If anything, I've been a voice of truth for them. I want to see everybody prosper. I want to see everybody come up. I want to see everybody live, take care of their children, and take care of their familias. I believe that the gang situation in San Jose has changed drastically. Doesn't mean San Jose won't wiggle and they won't smack your shit, because they will. But it wasn't like that, man. And as far as Lazy Boy's neighborhood, there's a part in San Jose called Evergreen. Now I'm going to give it to you guys for reals. And Evergreen is like a nicer part of San Jose. It's so nice in that area that the city of Evergreen, they actually extracted themselves from the city of San Jose. They wanted their own little city. They didn't want to be a part of what San Jose had to offer, what San Jose was, right? They felt it was a little too ghetto, a little too barrio-ish, a little too hoodish. So they extract this little nice city. Well, this is where Lazy Boy's neighborhood is located in. Okay? There's some grimy spots. Don't get it twisted. There's some alleys where you can get your shit topped off, right? There's all kinds of things. But the majority of where his barrio is at, it's really not like that. So when I see him go on YouTube, or I see him in the music videos and he's portraying the super gangster, it's like, bro, you're not even really there. I mean, Brigadoon Park was empty. I seen the sign where the upstaters pulled up and did a video, where all the Norteños do a video. It doesn't mean shit don't happen. Doesn't mean motherfuckers ain't hard. They just weren't there that day. Okay, and it wasn't like, oh, I'm going to go fucking 5 o'clock in the morning. I was there at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I was still cruising around San Jose at 3, at 4, at 5, at 6. Went to go eat at the Kick and Crab at 7, right? I was there. Okay, but I didn't do it disrespectful. But still, the question was asked, why did I even have the audacity? You know, Vatos are like, hey, you won't pull up here. I walked everywhere. I was walking through Metal Fair, bro. I had no problems. You know, not to say that Vatos ain't with the shit. I just didn't see no one. They didn't see me. I didn't see them. No issues. I was all up in Capitol Park, jumped off. Got to smoke the fucking vape, right? I was everywhere. Okay? Truth. But no disrespect. Because I know them Vatos are with the hammer time, right? I know they're with their shit. I will say to Lazy Boy, man, it was just a skit. It was just to have fun. Man, I had a lot. Lazy Boy's never said anything, hasn't acknowledged it, right? But there's a lot of Vatos that are on the comments like, damn, you won't do that over here. Or that's a punk move. Why'd you do that? Why are you trying to clown the homie? I'm not trying to clown the homie. I don't need to. That shirt, the hair does it for himself. I don't need to clown anyone. I don't need to disrespect him. I think he's a talented individual. As far as the gang aspects of things, I could care fucking less. If he's active, if he's not active, what he's doing, he doesn't. All these rappers and all these people that talk about, oh, I'm super active, I'm doing this. Your ass ain't locked up, so you ain't doing shit. You're fucking in the booth rapping, you're performing and doing concerts. And yeah, you might know some people that are really with the activities, man. And most of you motherfuckers, what you do is when the heat, you can't take the heat, you call them and snivel. That's the truth. Okay, I'm not saying Lazy Boy or Lefty Gunplay or any of these rappers from North or South do this. I'm just saying that's what happens. I can name a few rappers that do. You know, they'll talk all that high power shit, and when you say something back, they snivel to the big homies. Oh, you know who you are, right? So that's just the truth. But as far as what I did when I pulled up to Lazy Boy's neighborhood, it was more out of just kind of curiosity, man. I just wanted to see where this Vato was from. You know, I was there, and we were bumping music, and I heard a song, and I was like, hey, where's Lazy Boy's hood at, bro? That rapper. And he's like, oh, he's over here. He goes, you want to see where he made the video? Let's go over there. Slid over there. I was like, oh, look, I'm going to reenact the video. It'd be funny, right? And I tripped because I was like, this store is like a few miles away from his neighborhood. See, in my neighborhood, we have a neighborhood store. Like you could walk for 2 minutes and be there. Dead end store, right? You could be at the park in 2 minutes. Like you could be Everywhere's closed. And maybe because it's a smaller hood, but you know, I'm like, Evergreen is considered a very nice part of San Jose. Like, so if you're claiming a barrio that's from there, and I know they like to say we're from San Jose, man, Evergreen's its own thing. No, that's where your hood's at. That's cool. You know, people are ashamed of that. They're ashamed if their barrio's nice. I don't know about you guys. My barrio's clean. Like, the gente keep it clean. You got nice flowers. People water their grass. Not too much graffiti. Like, you'll notice with most Mexican hoods and barrios, they're very well maintained and clean. Because we got family that are paisas. We got family that go out there and they do the gardening and they clean their area. Now, doesn't mean the homes are not hood and there's not low-income housing and all that. There definitely is. But that don't make you gangster. Oh, man, I'm a gangster. I grew up in low-income housing. No, you weren't a gangster. You were broke. Your parents were broke. That's what that means. Oh, man, you ain't from the hood if you don't know about food stamps. Shit, I had homeboys that'll kill your whole motherfucking life, bro, that were never on food stamps. Had a 2-parent home and they'll smack your whole shit off. Being ghetto doesn't equate to being gangster. Not having things and being below the poverty line doesn't mean you're gangster. It just means you struggled. So it gives you tougher and thicker skin. Here's some knowledge you can't get in college. You know, I grew up in a single parent household. My father was in and out of prison. So my mother, yes, we did have welfare. Yes, we were on food stamps. Shit, man, we wouldn't eat without it, right? Moms did try to work odd jobs. You know, she was a stay-at-home mother. Yes, my stepfather came into play and he did help, man. I recognize and I respect everything they've done for me. And still, that didn't deter me from the streets. That didn't stop me from gangbanging. That didn't stop me from catching a murder case. That didn't stop me from anything I've ever done in life. They only gave me options and I chose door number 2. And that's why I ended up in the position I ended up in. I don't blame anyone for my accomplishments. I don't thank anyone. I thank myself, and I don't blame anyone for anything I didn't have because at least they tried to give me the best they could. You know, so when I pulled up to Lazy Boy's hood, it wasn't to clown. Oh, look, he really lives in a rich neighborhood. This fool's all cap. He ain't really about that life, right? I don't give a fuck what neighborhood you really live in, man. You know, the hood don't make the man. The man in the hood makes it what it is. Straight up. That's a fact, right? So for all the people that are trying to pump it up, you know, and what? What do you think Lazy Boy's going to do? Go online and talk shit about me? He already don't like me because of my status within the gang. So it's not going to change nothing. I didn't go to San Jose to disrespect. I went to shed a light out of curiosity into the different videos so that in the future when I do videos, I could explain things. I'm doing my homework. You know, I could say, hey, you know, I'm talking about the mob or I'm talking about certain stories. I could explain to you, hey, this is this street, this is that street. So I was kind of there on a homework mission and I just had time to kill because I was going to court for my child. So why not go visit the homeboy and his familia in San Jose and do what I did? So for all the people that are saying, hey, Gun, you were just trying to clown the homie. You're a disrespectful person, disrespecting the Norte. Did I ever once mention the Norte? Do I ever disrespect Norteños? Am I the type of content creator that feels bitter because I'm no longer functioning, that I sit there and I clown and talk shit about them and call them tecatos and drug addicts? I don't do none of that. I respect the homeboys push and movement. I still believe in the Norteño fucking strive. I'm just not a part of that life anymore. I don't have time for that. Nor do I want to do it. I have to be a father. I have things to do. I have to work. I have to pay my rent. I have to pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? I like fly shit. Bang, bang. You know, I'm not going to sit there broke as a joke and try to act like I'm a good homeboy on the block drinking a bistro. That ain't me. I lived that life. I don't want to live it anymore. It just is what it is. So direct message to Lazy Boy. It was no ill will. There was no disrespect there. If you want to take it however the fuck you want to take it, man. That haircut does not fade me. I'm not scared. Okay? Period. You know, step your pro club game up. I'm just being real. You know, and as far as like all these videos, Lazy Boy is this or that, man. I never once did a video about him being involved with weird transmission shit and all that. Like, nah, I never thought that was true. I get fucked either way, man. No, oh shit, no diddy. Not like that, right? If I fucking, you know, defend him on something, oh man, you're just doing that because he's from up north. If I say anything, oh man, you're just kicking it with the Southerners and you want to respect. Look, I'm being honest. I'm just uncut, raw, no added preservatives right here. This is what the Gun does. I'm telling you, I was all through the city of San Jose. Didn't see really much, man. I know all the homeboys. I know the homeboys are there. I know where they post up. I know what they do because the homie told me, hey, this is where the homies be at. This is what's up right here. I didn't say, ooh, hurry up, drive fast. I said, oh, that's what's up. You know what I mean? Like normal. I was on my tourism shit. So, man, I did not go to disrespect Lazy Boy. The Vatos tried to, you need to take that video down, homie. Or what? Why? Because the fucking, the Arab dude in the store said he ain't seen him for 2 years? Well, maybe he hasn't. And there was Vatos, oh, you just walked in your store. Come on now. There's vatos right now from San Jose that go to that store all the time that'll tell you that's where they won the $1 billion. They'll tell you right now that's the same dude who owns it, who's been there for 20 years. If you don't just stop that shit. Gun ain't cap. Gun's real, man. Motherfuckers don't like it because I'm not active. I bet you if I was an active homie still in the mix, everything the gun says would be like, oh, that's pura. That's 10-5 a key. That's real. Come on now, man. I know what it is. This is the gun. Respects. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people. Wait till you hear the video that I'm going to drop this afternoon. It's going to make a lot of people mad at me. Bang, bang.